there, good looking. Stick around for this awesome shoulders, arms, and abs workout. Oh my goodness, you're going to love this workout. Now we do need some tools. So I want you to grab a pair of light dumbbells and then a couple of different pairs of moderate dumbbells if you can. And if you are a beginner or if you have wrist or shoulder issues with mountain climbers and planks, then I want you to grab a chair as well. Deal? Awesome. Lace up those runners. Let's go get busy. Hello there. Hey, welcome. I'm PJ from fitnesswithpj.com, and I help women over the age of 40 get fit and strong. And if that's something that you want to get into, then hey, click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and let's continue this journey together as a team. Now listen, we have a warm-up to do, and then we're going to start the strength workout. As I said in the intro, you do need some tools, so let's just put those off to the side. We're starting with a slightly different warm-up than what we usually do here on the channel. I want you down on the ground. I know we're already starting off really well, aren't we? We're lying down. Oh my goodness, PJ, this is the best workout ever. All right, hip bridge. As we bridge up, let's lift that right arm up off the mat and come and touch on the diagonal, lower down, and left arm up. So we're reaching across the body, warming up into the shoulders, thoracic spine, in addition to the glutes, opening up the hip flexors and the quads. I actually really love this drill. This is a mobility drill, and it's a fantastic drill for anyone over the age of 40 because we tend to be really tight and locked up in the areas I just talked about. Drive those hips up high, other forearm or back of the arms kind of pressing into the mat a bit. Here we go, 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1, excellent. Okay, on the stomach for me. Tuck the toes into the ground. That's going to neutralize the pelvis. From here, extend the arms straight up. Think about swimming. Okay, I want you to bring the arms down and now bring the hands so they're facing up into the back pocket. All right, I got the timer on. Here we go. Start palms down, chest is lifted, head is in line with the spine, and then bring the hands into the back pocket and rotate back. So palms are down, and then as the hands come behind the back, the palms face up. See if you can do this without the hands touching the ground. When the timer goes, we'll flip over and do a dead bug, the greatest name for an exercise ever, to warm up into the core. And then we'll flip over and do this one again. So this is a really good posture exercise, shoulder warmer upper. Yep, that's an actual word, warmer upper. And into the spine as well. Should be feeling those shoulders starting to get a little warm. Time. On your backs for me. Knees in tabletop. That means they're lined up with the hips, and then ankles lined up with the knees. Arms extend. Now first off is anchor the low back. So pull the belly button in towards the spine. Now keep that belly button pulled in, those abs contracted. Slowly extend your right leg, opposite arm. See if you can touch the ground, and then the other side. So at no point does your low back lift up off the mat. So be very aware of that. If it lifts off, then we're not engaging the abs. And that's what this whole movement is all about. This is a great exercise sub for mountain climbers, planks, any type of exercise for the core where you're on your wrists or weight bearing on your shoulders. So if that bothers you, maybe remember this one, put it in your back pocket, and sub this one in for future. Time. Okay, so back to those swimmers for me. Tuck the toes in. Once again, that neutralizes the pelvis. Lift the chest up. Chin is tucked in. You've seen me, so now just keep that neck in neutral and go. Swim the arms, hands in the back pocket, swim them back up. So when they're swum back up, extend them, straighten them. Good, and then the elbows bend as you come behind the back. Like I said, we're starting a little different here. If you're a regular Fitness with PJ exerciser, this is a great mobility drill too if you happen to sit at a desk a lot for your job. Keep that chin tucked in, don't look up. Time. Flip on over. Dead bug. The name just makes me laugh every time. Here we go. Legs up and tabletop. Now anchor those abs. Go. Now, hey, if you're having a real hard time trying to figure out opposite arms and you're just really being challenged there, just let the legs drop. Keep the arms up, okay? But make sure you've got that belly button drawn in. That low back is anchored on the ground. Time. Roll onto your side for me. On the bottom forearm for me. All right. Bottom knee to modify. Lift yourself up into a side plank. If you want full on side plank, this is what it looks like. We just hold here for a few beats. If this doesn't work for you, I want you to take it down, roll onto that meaty part of the glute and do some side crunches, okay? Otherwise, hold here with me. Good. Now we want to lift up so that oblique, bottom oblique is fired up. Push away from the shoulder so it's not jamming up to the earlobe. And we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take that top arm, palm resting into the belly, elbow stays on top of the waist, and rotator cuff here, external rotation. No weight, we're just going to use gravity, okay? Don't worry if it seems like it's lame, you'll feel it near the end. So we want to keep the elbow there. It's not going to lift up as I bring my hand up. Perfect. We have 20, so 10 more. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7. Should be getting a little bit warm there in the back of the shoulder. 4 more. Last one. Excellent. Other side. Start with the side plank, or if you're doing the side crunch, remember modified on the bottom knee. Otherwise, feet stacked. Lift up, ear away from shoulder. Perfect. Couple of breaths. Just warming up into the core and shoulder further here. Good job. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower for me. Just lie right down, elbow on top of that waist, and lift up. Now pay attention. Can you lift this arm up in the same range of motion that the other arm lifted? I'm quite restricted. Not quite restricted, but there's a definite difference. And that's because this is my left arm. It's my dominant arm. It's a little tighter in that front shoulder. We'll do a stretch at the end of the workout to hit that area. Good job. Last 10. Try to keep that elbow close to the waist so we're not lifting that whole entire arm up. We're just trying to basically externally rotate in the top of the shoulder joint there. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, crew. Stand on up. We're going to start that first exercise. I want you to grab the heavier pair of the moderate dumbbells. Okay, for our first circuit, we have 4 movements, 3 rounds, 40 seconds are on the clock. We're starting with an upright row, and then we're going to add an external rotation. So this is going to feel really good for the shoulders. So let's get set up. 40 seconds are on my clock. I'm going to push start. So hands are down by the front of your thighs. Now pull up and then let the knuckles point behind you and then rotate down. Good. So this is hitting the rear delt, shoulder cuff area, rotator cuff area. A little bit of biceps, but we're also going to focus on just biceps after the timer goes. So upright row, you might have seen them in other workouts. You keep going where the dumbbells stay together. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? That is an exercise being taught by somebody who doesn't know the anatomy of the human body. That is just going to impinge into the shoulder. Time, creating pain and discomfort. So we want the dumbbells away. Now turn the palms towards me, alternating bicep curls. Ready, set, go. Elbow's gonna stay in. I'm using just my bicep to curl, not using my body, not using momentum. And then the speed of movement is slow and controlled, both on the up and the down. Good job. Now our next movement pattern, you might want to drop your weight down to the lighter pair of dumbbells I asked you to get. Yeah, the upright row is a really hard exercise. And as we age, we get this sort of internal rotation just due to postural. Yeah, just being crappy with our posture through the years. Time. All right, drop her down. For reference, I'm going to drop it down to 10s. Let's start with the elbows touching, palms are facing. I can't get my elbows to touch completely. You do your best. Arms are level with your ground. Now open up, and now press up above the shoulders. Come down. Lead with the elbows, like there's a rubber band on each inside of the elbow, pulling the elbows together. Now you might want to stagger the stance, okay, to help with the low back and the core and your posture. Woo! So this is called a check press. So it's not an Arnold press. An Arnold press would have your hands rotate towards you. I don't want to do that. I want to keep the palms facing each other so we hit more upper back area and rear delt, which tends to be a weaker area on a lot of people and can cause havoc to the shoulders. Time. Tricep kickbacks. Keep these dumbbells. Hip hinge for me. Neutral spine. Elbows up and kick those hands back. Straighten those arms. Squeeze into the triceps and release back. Kick, squeeze. Good. So put your mind into that muscle. I chatted about this in one of my previous workouts. It's so important when we're strength training that it's not mindless. You feel the muscle we're engaging. You can feel the stabilizers all supporting you. We're not flinging dumbbells. We're not thinking about what we've got to do later today. We're thinking about right here, right now, how we feel. Can we get the right muscles fired up? And you will see far better results. You can think about what you got to do later on. Right now, you're on mine. And trust me, we always have shit to do, don't we? Time. All right, let's take it back to that upright row. It's a never-ending to-do list. I hear ya. Abs engaged, pull up, externally rotate, and down. Good. Up. Beautiful. Yes, if you're new to the channel, sometimes I swear. Oh boy, do I ever feel this one in my upper back in a good way, and my shoulders, back of my shoulders. It just feels good. Burn in, so I know I've got the right weight. For reference, I'm using 12s. Breathe. How are those abdominals doing? They contracted? Good. Pull that belly button in a bit. Now I'm keeping my 12s for the alternating bicep curls. Nice and slow and controlled. Curl one up and slowly back down. Let's shrug those shoulders back and down though, so that when we curl up, those shoulders aren't jamming up to the earlobes. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, I really hope you click that subscribe button. And if you're not new to the channel and you haven't clicked the subscribe button, geez Louise, what's a girl got to do to get you to click subscribe? Don't answer that. Seriously though, if you click subscribe, it does help the channel with YouTube, so I would really appreciate it. Check press coming up. Whoo, hello biceps. Time. All right, I'm dropping down to my 10s again. So stagger the stance. Again, I feel that a little easier for my low back when I do that. You play around with your stance. Now elbows and palms facing each other. Now open, press up, come down to the upper arm fairly parallel with your floor, and then close. You can also do this one seated if you're really feeling in your low back. And if you're just getting tired, drop down dumbbells or do the movement with no weight. Trust me, you'll still feel it. Woo! Time. Oh, Lordy. All right, tricep kickbacks. So again, it's neutral spine, hip hinge. That's really important. Do not want to feel your low back on this. Elbows up and kick back. Squeeze the triceps right there and release. Now, when we release, we're not bringing the dumbbells all the way back towards our shoulders. We're keeping a little bit of constant tension, or what we call time under tension on the triceps. And we are giving that tricep a squeeze when the arms are straight. Really effective tricep exercise when done right. So we have one more of each and then we'll move on. I've sprinkled this workout, FYI, with some cardio drills for the abs too. So you're pretty much getting everything today. Time. Woo. All right, I'm going back up to my 12s. Abs engaged, shoulders pulled back and down. Dumbbells are just resting in front of my thighs. I pull up, I rotate, so my knuckles are pointed behind me, and then I slowly go back to start. Good job. So welcome if you're doing this in real time and you're part of my 10-day arms and abs challenge. Woo, baby. We're on day 6 now. I think yesterday I said we were in day 6, and I was a day ahead of myself. But day 6 today. Bravo. Oh, boy. And this one might leave a mark today, too. Time. Turn the palms facing away from you. Alternate bicep curls, slow and controlled. Let's go. We want to keep the elbow underneath the shoulder when we do this, and also ensure that you're straightening that arm completely. Yeah, if you're not part of the 10-day challenge and you're thinking, whoa, PJ, how the hell do I get onto that bandwagon? Well, all you have to do is click subscribe, click that notification bell, and when I post on the community board of YouTube, my YouTube channel, YouTube will let you know, and then you can know when the next challenge starts. I run them a few times a year, and they're a ton of fun. Check press coming up. Time. All right, I'm dropping down to my 10s. Abs engaged, so pull that belly button in towards the spine. Maybe that staggered stance helps too with the low back. Palms and elbows touching or facing each other, and press up. So the hands will definitely be able to touch, no problem. Where I want you to focus on is that rubber band in between the elbows. You're trying to draw the elbows together. Oh boy, this just hits everything in that upper back. Now, really cool thing too, you guys, is we're hitting triceps too as we press the dumbbells up above the head. Triceps are assisting us in this move. And then the shoulders, your deltoids, main movers for sure. Oh, time, love it. All right, tricep kickbacks, and then we move on. Abs still engaged, neutral spine, elbows up, contract those triceps as you straighten right there and then come back down. I didn't open any windows before I started this workout. I think I'm gonna regret that. We haven't even started the cardio yet and I'm sweating. Whew. Time, bravo. Grab a quick sip of water. I'm going to demo our next move, and it's an 8-rounder to get that heart rate up and hit those core muscles. Okay, we're moving into mini-Tabata, 8 rounds, 20 seconds of a plank jack. For advanced people, we also are gonna add an alternating shoulder tap, just because. Here's what it looks like. You have a plank jack, okay? If you have sensitive wrists, you can go on the forearms. You can also tap out. All right, advanced people, we add an alternating shoulder tap with this. Tricky, I know. Now this is for beginners. You can grab that chair I asked you to get, build up your ground, and tap out, okay? Or add a little bounce. I think a majority of you with your ground built up like that, you could add that bounce. All right, game face is on, because this one's gonna be hard. How's that for motivating, huh? This one's gonna suck. No, seriously, it's gonna be good. Don't worry, don't worry. Wrists under shoulders or on the forearms. Ready, set, round one. Start with the plank jack, get that first. And then from there, you can add the shoulder tap. So every time my feet are together, I tap a shoulder. Opposite hand to shoulder. Time. Whew. All right, only 7 more to go. No problem. Again, you've got that option, right? Build up your ground, use a chair, go, coffee table, or your couch. Start with the plank jacks, and then add the shoulder tap if you'd like. Wrists under shoulders. Don't push that bum up. Let's keep that core engaged. Come on. Time. Whew. Yep. Okay, going into number 3. So here, oh my God, we got a ton of core, shoulders, arms, go. So once again, get your feet going first before you add the arms. I find that's really helpful. But then I am super uncoordinated. You're probably not. Time. Whew. Okay, moving on to number 4. Don't worry, I will not lose count on this one. Ready? Go. Number 4. Time. Whew. Okay, halfway. Whew. Hey, having fun yet? Go. Time. Whew. That 20 seconds seemed to last forever, man. Whew. Come on, timer. Last 3, you guys. Ready, set, go. Time. Whew. 2 more. I don't know if you can hear it. My dogs are barking in the backyard. They're cheering us on. Go. They're team players like that. You can also just hold a plank, right? Just don't stop. Time. All right, this is it. Last one, you guys. Come on. Dig deep. We're finishing this one strong. No stopping. If that means you hold a plank, that's not stopping. Go. Just keep a plank. Time. Woo. Come on up, march it out. Oh, bravo. All right, I'm not done with you yet. I want you to grab those light pair of dumbbells I asked you to grab. We have 2 moves in this strength circuit. Whew. 40 seconds back on that clock. 3 rounds. You ready? I know, I'm breathless too. But, okay. We're starting with straight arm presses. Oh, this is so good for the triceps. You're gonna love it. So let's get ourselves set up. Light dumbbells in each hand. Feet hip width apart. We want neutral spine, hip hinge. Okay, now hands are right beside the legs. They're not underneath the shoulders. Press the arms straight back, squeeze the triceps back beside the legs. So we never go right under the body. We want that constant tension I've been chatting about. We also want to involve the core so that we don't round the back. We keep the spine at neutral, and we don't feel our low back. Now we need to hinge forward so that gravity comes down on the back of the upper arm. So make sure you're hinged forward enough and you feel the triceps, back of the arms. Time. Woo-wee. All right, keep these dumbbells for me. Zip up that posture. Lift the arms up to shoulder height. Now pull the dumbbells apart, bring them back together and lower. Okay, up. Now there is a ton of core here, maybe without you even recognizing it. But you need to keep that trunk stable and still while we move the arms in this transverse pattern and frontal pattern. So good stuff for the core. So sometimes, just FYI, you're working your abs in a position that you may not think you're even working your abs. That's why I love dumbbells. Love them. We use so many other muscles than just the muscles we're fired up. And what are we firing up here? Anterior deltoid, time, and a little bit of medial head deltoid. Okay, round 2, straight arm presses. Hip hinge, abs engaged, palms facing away from you. Press up, squeeze those triceps. Neck in line with the spine, slow and controlled. Breathe out as the dumbbells go back. Oh, my triceps are not happy with me right now. They are screaming. But we can do this at home, together. Together we will dig deep. Time. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna do something different for this second set. Stand up, zip up that posture, bring the arms back up to shoulder height, pull apart the dumbbells, and now lower them down to your side. Good. Now keep them at the side, lift up, bring them together, and lower in front. Nice. I don't know if I mentioned, for reference, I'm using 8s. My elbows are slightly bent. I'm not locking out my joints. And my core is really engaged. I'm rooted in this spot, so the body doesn't move, just the arms and the shoulders. Oh, yeah. Finish it. Oh. Okay, crew, last round. Whew. Hip hinge, neutral spine, feet hip width apart, palms facing away, press, squeeze those triceps. So the triceps act on the shoulder joint and the elbow, okay? Their main action is definitely through the elbow. So that's why we do a lot of kickbacks and behind the head things, okay, to hit the triceps. But they also act on your shoulder joint, which is why this one works the triceps so well, in addition to shoulder presses and that check press that we did. Time. Whew. I've definitely got the right weight. I can barely finish with good form. Hopefully you're with me on that one. Okay, we're going back to the first move with this one. So shoulder height, pull apart, bring them together, lower down. Now I know it's really hard to source dumbbells at this time, so do your best with what you have, but as soon as you can, get some heavier ones. We want to make sure that you can fatigue the muscle by the end of the set. This may mean, though, if you've got lighter dumbbells, right, you're doing more reps than I am. I'm doing a little pause down here just so I can get the dumbbells up for the next rep. My dumbbells are a little heavy. I should probably have 5s for this one. 5s would have been nice. Let's finish it and release. Woo, shake it out. All right, we got another Tabata to do to hit into the core and the shoulders again. This is a mountain climber. A lot of you are super familiar with that movement pattern. If you're a beginner or being weight bearing on the wrists or shoulders bothers you, you can build your ground up just like we did with the plank jacks, okay? Chair, coffee table, couch, and drive up like that, or add no bounce. Otherwise, the rest of us, we're down on the ground. You can also be on the forearms. Ready? Round 1 of 8, and go. I'll show you what the forearms looks like. So if you can get into plank and it's just your wrists that bother you, I want you to drop down here, okay? You gotta pike the bum up a bit every time you draw the knee in. You won't be able to do the bounce like you can off the hands, but that's okay. You'll feel it. Time. Okay, so that's how you would modify it. Or elevated ground. Elevated ground is your friend. Here we go. Wrists under shoulders. Nice long plank and go. Take a look slightly ahead of you. You go as fast as you want. Drive those knees in. Stay on top of those wrists. Let's hope that our arms time can hold us up for the 4 minutes of these. Yes, 8 rounds of 20 seconds works out to 4 minutes. That's the only math I know. Go. That's trainer math. We all know how long a Tabata lasts. If you're a trainer, you're giggling. You know that. Time. Holy moly. This is a very effective workout. Did I say that already? Uh-huh. Go, number 4. Now, if you're feeling your wrists a bit, dig your fingers into the ground. Take some of the pressure off of the pad of the palm there, the bottom of your wrist. Fingers are spread. Okay, wrists stand to those shoulders. Time. We're halfway. We got this. No problem. We could do this all day long, right? We're that damn good. Go, number 5. But we just choose not to do it that whole day. We don't want to be show-offs. On the rare occasions that I go for a run, there's this older man, bless his heart, he blows by me every time. We must run at the same time. And I really want to yell out to him, quit showing off! He blows by me, and he's got to be in his 70s or 80s. Go! One day I'll catch him. Time. Whew. Uh-oh, I lost count. Oh, PJ. I think I have 2 left. We have 2 left, yeah? Yeah, I think it's 2 left. Go. Or 3. Let's do 3. Let's do 3 more. I know, I just totally lost you as a subscriber, didn't I? Come on. What's another 20 seconds if I'm off? I would rather be off by doing more than off by doing less. Time. That's how we roll here on Fitness with PJ. You with me? Hell no, she says. She turns off the channel and goes to Fitness Blender. Last 2. Don't go to Fitness Blender yet. Promise. I have redeeming qualities. You can let me know below if I was off count. I know you will. Time. Okay, we got 1 more. 1 more, which in theory, maybe that was our last one, but hey, like I said, what's another 20 seconds? Go, this is it. Last one, crew. I promise. I feel like I'm going like a gazelle, but I know when I edit my video, it'll look like I'm doing this in a jar of peanut butter. Time. Oh, bravo. My apologies if I was off and we didn't add one. Okay, grab a quick sip of water. We just have one more drill to do. Don't worry, it's not a mountain climber. It's 2 tricep movements to finish off the triceps. 30 reps each movement, and then we're done. Just one of each, okay? Okay, I'm grabbing my 10s. We're on the mat for this. Knees are bent, feet on the ground. We're starting with an alternating skull crusher. So that means one hand comes down towards the mat, extends back up, and then the other one. Each arm is a rep. We have 30. So let's get set up. Arms are straight, palms are facing each other. Now, the key here, crew, is to have the hands just slightly in front of the shoulders. So we're not past the shoulders, okay? Just slightly in front. Arms are extended. Now let's just move through the elbow. Here we go. Drop one dumbbell down to the ear. Touch the ground if you can. 1, other arm. 2, 3. So don't move through the shoulder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Here we go. Last 10. 9, 8. Keep the other one still as the other one drops down. 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those dumbbells up there. Now drop the elbows down, narrow presses, arms touch the mat, and then press back up. 1, 2, 3. This is it, okay? Hang in there. Come on. 4. Don't stop now. 5. We're so close. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Punching straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Straighten the arms each rep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Last 10. 9. Woo, baby. 8. Low triceps. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ho, 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 ho. Bravo at home. Woo. All right. How about we stretch out those triceps? Yeah. All right, let's stretch out the psoas group, your hip flexor, as well as into the abs too for the mountain climbers and plank jacks. Set yourself up. You want this back knee. So for me, it's my left knee underneath your hips. Just lunge forward slightly. Tuck your left hip under. Squeeze that left glute. Now let's take the left arm behind the head. Give it a gentle pull down with the other hand and then lean away. Holy moly. Good. Keep holding. Hey, 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 we did it. Bravo. And for those of you in the 10-day challenge, I am damn proud of you. Make sure you check in on Patreon after the workout. Now listen, you may have heard me talk about Patreon in the past. If you're not already a member, we could use your support and we would love to see you over there. Let's do the other side. Patreon is a community that is the sole reason that we have the YouTube channel. It's because of that community. Tuck the tailbone under, right arm. So for as little as $5 a month, you can help us keep these workouts going, or you can up the ante for $10 a month and be part of the full community and get the perks that I think you deserve to get. The information's down below in the description. And if you are a part of Patreon, a big kiss to you. Thank you for your support. Release. All right, now we did a lot of dumbbell work, so that meant we used our forearms and the gripping. So let's stretch those forearms out. Separate the fingers as wide as you can. Turn at the fingertips so they're pointed towards your knees. Rock yourself forward until you can get your full hand on your mat. From here, sit your bum back until you feel the top or the bottom part of the palm lift off and just hold. Woo. An often neglected muscle in a stretch routine. We don't necessarily think about our forearms until we get tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, which, by the way, you can get both by holding on to dumbbells too much. So let's just get those flexors stretched out. As you hold a stretch, see if you can take it a little deeper, because that initial tightness is going to subside, and it's different for each person. There's no magic number. If you hold it for 30 seconds, it should release. No. Some of you, it may release after a couple of seconds. Others, it may not release at all. Now, we're going to pull the hands off the mat nice and slow with the tips of your fingers, the very last part to pull off. And we want to stretch the fingers as we do this. So pull the fingers back, and shake out those wrists. I love that stretch. Woo! Nicely done. All right, you can sit back onto your heels if that's uncomfortable, cross-legged, or grab your chair, arm across, thumb up, stretch into the shoulders. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you haven't already, hey, subscribe to the channel. It would be awesome to continue having you coming back. And as I said, it actually does help with the YouTube algorithm, which means that the more people that subscribe, YouTube recognizes that this is a channel people like to watch, and therefore they suggest it in more suggested videos. And then we can get our word to women all over the world. So you could help with that by just pushing subscribe. All right, other side. The things I'm learning on YouTube that I never thought I needed to know. If you're new to my channel, I used to have a brick and mortar fitness studio. COVID ended that. We had to shut our doors, and I closed the place down and launched fully online. So it's been a journey. It's been fantastic, but it's been a learning curve. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of learning to be done with the online world. Release. Standing, we're going to get into the front of the shoulder and the pecs, okay? I alluded to having tightness in this area at the beginning of the workout. I want you to find either a door frame, or I'm using my wall. Situate your right arm up, forearm, palm pressing your wall, stagger your stance, lean forward, and now look over the left shoulder. So you keep holding that. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So this is the area of my body resting on my wall. And then I'm rotating and looking over my other shoulder to feel it into that right side pec. So if you don't have a wall or a door frame close by, you could definitely do this just holding your arm like that. But if you do have that wall or door frame available to you, you will feel more. Now my wall ends, so I can't get my hand against the wall, but ideally I would like your hand against the wall. Elbow at shoulder height or slightly higher. And release. Let's do the other side. So I like the inside legs to step forward, lunge forward a bit, or lean forward would be a better word, and then look over the opposite shoulder. Whew. So this will help if you found when we were doing that warm-up drill with the external rotations line on our side for the rotator cuff, if one arm didn't lift as high as the other, it's due to tightness in this area. And release. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hey, listen, if you like the workout, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you next workout. Bye. Woo, it's going to be hard to brush my teeth tonight. Good job.